Hello, everyone. Welcome to this reading. My name is Mira, and this is Age of Aquarius Oracle. So, in today's reading, I will again let this deck decide what is the theme of the reading. I was guided to prepare several oracle cards, decks. So, I have that. And otherwise, I was just guided to sit down and open up. I closed the space and I asked that people that need to hear this reading will be guided to this reading, but only take what resonates and leave the rest. Or if the message is not resonating, then leave it for who is it for. Okay, we have one card that slide off, and that's enough. So let's see. The map with no names. Oh, I never saw this card. Not yet. What part of your life feels uncertain or uncharted? How can you navigate without needing all the answers? Interesting. Okay. Let's put it here and let's take a couple of oracle cards. What part of your life feels uncertain? Unexpected storm. So maybe a lot of uncertainty. Freedom. Leap of faith, breaking free, and this is unexpected storm, distraction, conflict, unforeseen change. This is sort of a tower card, and maybe this is like a full freedom. Okay, some sort of unexpected changes that in a way free you. Is there anything else from this deck? Higher self activation, awakening, time life shift. Oh wow. So well, if you are stepping right now on, well, for the first time, awakening or stepping on a next level or having another awakening, then that always feels like an uncharted territory. And I mentioned it in other videos already, but my spiritual awakening was totally unexpected. I had no idea that the spiritual world exists. I had no, zero. I just did not know what that awareness means, what nothing, simply nothing. So, and that was very difficult. I hope that is not what's happening to you. And if it is, then my heart is with you. It's a very difficult path, but it happens. And it looks like it happens more and more often. Than these gradual awakenings that people are sort of maturing into over years, slowly, right? So, any other messages from this deck? Night vision. Okay. Communication came out in reverse. I mean, those cards came out in reverse as well, but I'm going to keep everything upright. But I'll try to remember it. Is there anything else? Yes, okay, that's it. And I'm undecided on the tarot deck. I was already trying to prepare few decks, and then I don't know, nothing felt right. Maybe because the theme of the reading was not known, and sister in reverse. Okay. And now the deck. Hmm. I mean, I feel like I need new decks, and I mean, I do have quite a lot. Mm. All right, let's take the light seers. So, you are probably going through, and I mean, some unexpected event. Sometimes it's an illness, sometimes it's any sort of brush with death. It can be in our own lives or with the people in our surrounding, closest surrounding. It can be loss of a job. There are different things that can be a catalyst for a spiritual awakening or some sort of activation, which looks like is happening to you. We have here the night vision and communication. So I'm going to clarify those cards. And also sister in reverse. Sister should be someone who is standing with you, a person that you can trust, but it came out in reverse. So I'm getting that is representing a person in your life that is somehow unsupportive. But I'm going to do a spread. Let's do Celtic Cross. I will see. And I'm going to later clarify I have a clarified deck. I prepared the Adventure Time. Yeah, the Fool is on the bottom. Beautiful. Seven of Swords and Hierophant showing themselves. It's like a secret enlightenment. Yet again, how is that possible? I mean, magic, of course. I'm curious if they are going to come out. in the spread. And we'll see. Okay. So this is not going to fit. So I'm not going to try. I'm just going to lay the cards over those cards. Or maybe I can, yeah. Yeah, just. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the World, Two of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Oh boy. Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, Death and Rebirth, that fits. And the outcome is Queen of Wands. Okay. And Eight of Wands on the bottom. So, this just underlines the speed and how sudden is everything, this activation. Okay. Widow, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's clarify, but it's giving me that it might be connected with your job, with your craft, whatever maybe you think is or was maybe your forever job, or maybe you thought that this is your dream job, or yeah, it's in reverse. So it's either lost its spark, there is a burnout, or you just was not motivated anymore, or it wasn't rewarding anymore. And the world crossing, it's like saying you're done. You, in terms of your growth, you learned everything there is to learn from that, and your higher self decided that it's time to move on. But let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe we can get a bit more details. Okay. The Devil in reverse. Let me check the frame. Okay. I can push things a little bit up here. All right. So the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil in reverse. It feels then like yeah, maybe you felt somehow enslaved by your job, or there was there was some you were in it for the wrong reason, especially towards the end. I'm not saying that this is how it started, but as I was saying right, that it sort of lost its spark. It's you learned everything you could, and you just maybe felt towards the end like you are attached to this job for the wrong reasons. And also, it's like you were not growing anymore. Let's clarify the world. Even though the world in this position is pretty clear, it speaks about closing the cycle, right? Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. It still hurt. Why? Why the Three of Swords? So you knew that this is over, that it's done. Why did it hurt? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Okay, so on some level there was still something you found inspiring, or maybe it's the people. That's what I'm getting with the bees. It's the teamwork, right? Because bees are never one bee cannot survive usually. So maybe there was what what held you there, were your colleagues, your teammates, because it also came out crossing, right? It's also giving me always when card comes out crossing. This is not the traditional meaning of the card, or not the most obvious. Okay. I mean, take it if it resonates. You probably know what happened and why it happened and why you felt, if this is resonating, that you felt still on some level hurt. Maybe you were let go despite that you did a lot, um, for for the company, for the job, for the people, or maybe it was your business then that ended in some way and it broke your heart. Two of Cups here in reverse. This is was speaking about the disconnect, what it's, but it is something that is not seen. So either disconnect from, I mean, the spiritual awakening should actually cause to feel the connection to everything, the oneness. So let's clarify, what do you feel disconnected from and why is this hidden? So, Two of Swords. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Or Two of Swords. Let's check the card. You felt suddenly disconnected from the people you are surrounded with because of your spiritual awakening, and they are still firmly planted probably in matrix, and it's the disconnect with the people around you. And then what did I ask? Why is this hidden? Right, I asked why is this hidden, and we have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Because I mean, there is no point. What can you do about it? You don't see a way how to. It's an impasse. How to solve that? What can you do? You cannot change the people around you. You cannot bring them to a level just like that, and you don't want to go back to, or you can't even it's not, I don't think it's really possible to undo a spiritual awakening. Even though we can fall back to addictions and, yeah, different behaviors, but the awareness, I don't think it goes away. hmm And basically, we just suffer until we are ready to change things around. Okay, communication came out in reverse, which is now hinting toward that is maybe difficult to talk to people around you, and it's of course understandable. Let's clarify the Five of Cups in reverse. This is in the past position, and this is being hurt, feeling rejected, disappointed. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Seven of Swords is something that came out, right? Um, in the pre-shuffle with the Hierophant. But they are not here anymore. And Two of Wands in reverse. So it looks like that you are probably the suffer in silence type, and you are suffering a lot. I don't know whether you identify as okay, that's not gonna go that there. Let's not. However you identify yourself. You probably felt out of place or disconnected for quite a long time. Looks like you played along, of course, because we have to survive. So we do whatever we can in order to survive in the society. Usually we mask, we escape however we can. We cope however we can. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, this is, I mean, usually it's speaking about deception and betrayal and so on, but it's something that was hidden, done in or in shadows. Oh, okay. I That's what I'm getting right now. That is, even when people heard you in the past, you did not tell them. You just suffered in silence and got over it with time. And people were hurting you quite a lot, looks like. I'm afraid the neighbors' break is over and they are starting to drill again. I don't know. Okay, let's try to quickly go through this reading because it flows, so I'm connected pretty well with the energy. With the Two of Wands in reverse, you are holding back, and any insights that you had about anything, you kept them to yourself. Your current energy is Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is quite a lack of stability, ungrounded. I don't know whether you're whether this is physically, financially, or it's just the feeling you have because of what you are going through right now. Nine of Wands in reverse, that's yeah, and King of Pentacles, it's upright. Okay, 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 okay. So this clarifies it a bit. You do feel ungrounded in a sense, but maybe with the King of Pentacles as a clarifier, it's maybe you're still resourceful. You still have your head above water. It's not like you are homeless, I hope, at least. But there is lack of stability, probably because of this job situation. It isn't critical yet, but with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's you feel very exposed and vulnerable, and you are trying to, yeah, you are putting walls up because you feel very, very vulnerable right now. In your future position, we have the Magician in reverse. A Magician in reverse is literally unused potential. Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, there is a blockage, definitely. What is the the Sun? Okay, you don't trust in your own potential, in your skills. With a Sun in reverse, there is definitely self doubt, a lack of confidence, and negative mindset. Also, maybe seeing problems, seeing the good things. With a Nine of Swords in reverse, that's again, well, yes, it's depression, it's anguish, it's negative self talk, it's the same thing, but also that's the need to see some positive things. And that negative self talk that you have, and with the Knight of Swords, this is what is also feeding the self doubt and the lack of confidence. That's what also needs to change. The way how you talk to yourself, the way what kind of thoughts you allow, because this is blocking your creativity, your energy. This is the energy that is keeping you stuck and is keeping you from discovering what's exploring the map that is undiscovered yet. The Queen of Swords here, I like it here. This is your internal energy, and logically it looks like you know how things are, you know all this I'm telling you, but maybe you have some sort of Five of Swords and Death in reverse. Okay, that again. Um, logically, you know what to do. Logically, you know what already what happened. You're, I think, um up to date on everything. The issue is your ego and your certain parts of you with this negative self-talk and the lack of trust. And that in reverse is also fear of change. And it feels like that you, I mean, this is your reading, so you already know everything that I'm telling you right now. It's just that you can't, it's a process. The how to change your thinking and how you view yourself and view your future is not so easily changed by ourselves, and not easily changed by sitting alone in a dark room. And I know this because I've been there. And what it took was a basically small. Oh my god. There are either now two tools drilling or doing noise, or I don't know. I hope this reading will be somewhat usable, but I'm going with it. What was I saying? It took a small interactions with other people, with strangers. Sometimes the energy shifted just because something positive happened in my life, and that is this what is the most important, the need to focus on the positive things, what's going on, to noticing that, and also to try to cultivate more positive things in your life, to do something for fun, to cook yourself something delicious to eat, um, care for yourself. In your environment, we have the Page of Wands, which is good. The Page of Wands is, well, very goal oriented. Okay, that is way too much. The Moon, the Page of Wands again. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. This is watching, waiting for the seeds to grow. Six of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands, and Eight of Wands. A very dynamic, changing environment, unpredictable with the Three of Wands in reverse. Six of Cups. I don't know. Can we get, please, one or two clarifier that would best clarify the environment for the viewer? Or maybe that was it, right? It's maybe it's quite a little bit different for the Magician in reverse. Okay, that helps. Um, I spoke about the Magician in reverse. There is unused potential, so there is a lot of, with the Page of Wands, a lot of potential. Maybe there are options. Maybe you have a lot of options, but you are somehow not acknowledging, or not or are not able for some reason to follow up on that, to go through one of the path, one of the passions. There is some sort of block. Maybe the block is your environment, as well as your inner thoughts, and a negative self-talk and lack of confidence, and also lack of support. Can we clarify the sister in reverse? Who is this? Okay, that flew out. The Hanged Man. So, mm, hmm. Interesting. There is. The noise is terrible. I don't hear my thoughts. Maybe it's someone who has a different perspective. Someone who, mm, I don't know. Can we get one more clarifier? What is clarify the sister? Mm. And we have Five of Pentacles with my guess would be two female characters. So, I mean, Five of Pentacles is resilience and hardship. They have several prosthetic parts, both of them. Okay. Let's clarify your death. One card already flew on the floor, which is representing your hopes and fears, and that is, of course, the transformation, the metamorphosis, the and the lovers in reverse. What is that? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's about unequal energy exchange, some sort of strings attached. And the lovers, it's like maybe this is a fear that you are going to lose yourself with the lovers in reverse. And also, it's like it hurts in a way that what is this spiritual awakening costing you, sort of like, because in a way we do pay for that. Everything has positives and negatives, and this is giving me like you feel like you only get the negatives, or right now you only feel the negatives and no positives of that spiritual awakening. Like you're losing your job, you're alone, you're imbalance, nothing's working out, you are doubting yourself. So what is this kind of good for, right? And the answer is the Queen of Wands. That's the magic. This is the inspiration. This is the creativity. This is the passion. The outcome and the guidance is to follow your passion. Bashar's recipe. Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be some sort of new beginning, some sort of job opportunity, new business, some manifestation. Anything else? And Three of Pentacles, and that's in reverse. I don't know. Either it means that it can be this is going to be a solo project with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, so that means no cooperation. Not that because you were sort of maybe used to be a part of the team, part of the big team with those bees. What I was getting, and this is some sort of solo endeavor. What feels like. I mean, take it if it resonates, or yeah. Oh, okay. Um. Okay. I wanted to clarify the night vision. Can we? Maybe I should have used a different deck. There are so many cards out. I'm not sure. Yes, I'm going to get a good clarifier. Fantastic. Night vision clarified by the moon that makes it so much clearer, and the star. Okay, but this is important because both of them are major arcana. So star in reverse is it is again some sort of spiritual blocks. I don't know if you are doing anything like lucid dreaming or any dream work in general, but this is coming out here, and with the moon as well came coming crossing. Let's check the card. There's a dog or a wolf in the water, and it's a full moon. Maybe you see things during the night. Maybe you have prophetic dreams. The star in the verse can be also a missed opportunity, but I don't know how to monetize prophetic dreams unless you, I don't know, start doing reading maybe, or become an oracle yourself. Okay, let's. I prepared here the woodland wardens, but let's get you a different card. Let's take the Gateway of Light Activation by Kyle Gray. Can we get an advice for the viewer? Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Perfect. A stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe. It's based on the concept of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what is also known as a wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points of space-time is created. In spirituality, a stargate is less about traveling on the physical, three-dimensional level and more about making progress on the spiritual. A feature of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have a stargate in our heart that connects us with the central lattice of consciousness, the divine matrix. The Buddha acknowledged we were the universe, while Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. The Akashic Stargate transports us to a space where we are given the opportunity to make a decision to accelerate the realization of our life purpose. your message. Well, I should have probably read this only. But maybe this is something you can do. Maybe you can read Akashic records. I mean, I'm convinced I'm visiting my other lives, other incarnations in my dreams because those are wild. Whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you're a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming, and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. But you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you'll always be on the right path. No matter how you get there, you always end up in a similar space. Also, know that purpose isn't about doing your duty, it's about living life and experiencing joy. Yes, perfect. We were talking about it. Yes, you need a little bit more joy. Focus on the positive. The decision is probably what to do next because this was with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse the main problem. And I also do believe that whatever path we think was laid out for us, in the end, we do have free will and we are shaping the path. There is a lot of leeway in within the 3D or how things are going to unfold, which helps me to think that there is no wrong decision to do. There's just maybe more lessons, different lessons. But I am trying as much as possible to go with my intuition, which is probably what also you need to do. Follow your intuition when deciding on whatever you are deciding, what you are going to do next. Okay. That's it for today for this reading. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that this message brought you some healing and clarity and that you felt seen and heard. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.